As usual, I will talk to my good friend, coach, on this squad. I don't know when you officially saw the squad. What do you make of it? And then also juxtapose it to our chances in our next two games. Squad named, lots of defenders, very thin midfield, decent number of attackers. What are your impressions initially?
I saw the squad yesterday actually, and then I think a colleague sent it to me. So I went through it, looked at it, critically analyzed it, tactically looked at it, and I told myself that there's not too much of a concern here. To be honest with you, I was impressed with what I saw. Or when I saw the team, I saw that this indeed, per what we have experienced of late and per the performances of our players, this to me is the best that Otuado could have done. My only worry is with he himself, Otuado himself. His coaching is what I am worried about.
Otto Terzic.
Otto Klopp.
Those are the people he associates himself with.
Those are the only people he takes advice from.
Not from some of us.
Thank you.
But before I looked into that, there was this player they called in the last Atakon. Why is he not in the team?
Good question.
Look, he's not injured. The last time he came, he was not given the chance to play because we were told that FIFA hadn't cleared him, or we shouldn't risk it. That's what we were told. That there's a big man in the FA who said that although they've done everything they needed to do like they've done in the past, but because there was so much at stake, we shouldn't risk him so that somebody will go and file a protest, and it has happened to South Africa.
Yep. In fact, the fact that he was brought into our national team without clearance in itself is a whole.
That is where I'm going to.
It is worth a whole show on its own.
Who did that? Because all things being equal, he ate free.
Oh, thank you. I was about to go there.
He slept free. He got free winning bonus.
Flights. The flight tickets are
we
expensive.
Spent flight ticket on him.
Round trip.
Look, if this is not causing financial loss to the state, there's nothing worse off than this. People are sleeping on the job. Who sanctioned that?
They were hoping that he would get cleared before the game.
Ghana, with all our talent, a player who has not been cleared, we are hoping that he gets cleared. So we took the opportunity to invite him over. Eba yeni free, Eba was free, Eba peche free.
I'm sure he
no
did.
No free.
Did he do initiation dance?
Yes,
they do all of that.
That's the only thing he was allowed to know. Eba neba do, asogo. Eba donate.
Don't do this.
No, but that's what he did.
Don't do this.
He danced and took home $5,000 as winning bonus.
No, but he did.
You see, it's not a fault of the player, is it?
I'm not blaming.
No, we're not blaming the player. We are blaming the people who brought him when they knew he was not eligible to play.
I say he danced and took money. The moment you call club,
but did he not dance? Did he not take money? Hold on. Let's have that. Did he not dance?
No, he danced.
So you're saying that Public Accounts Committee should have also ventured into the GFA?
That's the point I'm making.
Because this week they have been hot on a lot of people.
And Kofi Adams confirmed that for these two games we are spending just a little over $1 million.
Yeah, 1.120.
No, put the chair. Asake honorable
1.12.
Even that one is too much. If you look at the breakdown, it's too much. Who come there? Jai the madam. 2 games. Jai the madam. No, it's too much.
Oh, I mean,
Jai the madam. Jai.
No, because the allowance for the kids is still the same. $4,000.
Let me candidate. Before I go into the squad and what Otuado will do on the day, whoever invited
Derek Con.
Atakon. No more. Paddy Bakpeche free 80. You see,
we thought he would get clearance.
You see now the new outlook of the management team of the under 17. See, people who caused our ban at the under 17 women. You see, they were still maintained. We are jokers. Those who led to this country being banned at the under 17 female level for close to 4 years. When restructuring was done, the same people had been put in charge. Job for the boys. Janutumo keke. No competent considered. Incompetent. Now let's put that one aside. But we are pleading with Honorable Kofi Adams. Atakon Shika. Acheke jeme kuma Shikami.
Shika.
What me?
Yep.
Ghana, I pay free money. Look, I said there's this old lady I see at the airport. She sells the trash pan. That woman is above 60 years. When you get there, Ghanaians are listening. Lot of Ghanaian plight that road. She would walk closer to the car and she would tell me, "Ba, tokro mami ai, umami,
Oh,
pebi fine. Look, I loved her so much that anytime I've met her, I don't need a thing, but J 2050 na fako check.
Meanwhile, people who won't play for the national team.
I come to chop free money. I pay you free.
When you say these things, then they will get upset. Meanwhile, the guy was not eligible to play. You brought him to come and enjoy.
I don't give a damn. I don't care.
Relax.
I don't care. That is the fact. I don't care. Now to the 2 games we are going to play. No more. Look, we are telling Otoado the Black Stars secures qualification on the 8th against Central African Republic in Morocco. Finito, simplicita, nothing more, nothing less. We don't want to bring the match here. We don't want to come here to win the game against Comoros to guarantee our qualification. We don't want it.
And the last time we played against C.A.R, it was a very nervy encounter.
I'm coming to the game. I still maintain we robbed C.A.R to beat them in Kumasi. No, but look, I've watched that game several times. We robbed the people.
You mean the officiating was biased?
Very bad on the part of the referee that officiated that game. Why am I saying that? We were awarded a dubious penalty. 1, C.A.R scored a clear, perfect goal that was disallowed. They had 2 clear penalties that was not given to them, and even that, the game ended 4-3. If there was a little bit of 5 more minutes, the game would have ended.
You mean we were praying for the game to end?
In La Cabo, we all watched the game. So if you are an Otoado, what do you think? What do you do? Go back. You see, if I'm the coach of C.A.R, that is what you should be thinking into the coach, into the psyche of whatever is going on in their dressing room. These guys will be looking at that game, flashback, and will be telling themselves,
we should have won that game.
We are unable to qualify. We don't stand any chance of going to the World Cup because of these people. If there was any game that we did not deserve to lose, it was the game against the Black Stars of Ghana in Kumasi. The officiating was bad. Now, we will prove to them that we are a better team and we were robbed in Kumasi. What does that do? That eventually makes the work a very, very difficult job in Morocco. The last time we were in Morocco, when we played against Niger,
Madagascar.
No, we beat Madagascar. 2 fantastic headers from the controller, Thomas Partey. But when we met Niger, was it not in the same Morocco?
Yeah.
In the AFCON, we couldn't beat Niger.
That's the game that had Ketokreku slapping his head
Exactly.
and asking them.
I can't think madness. I can't think far. Ketokreku. Mad. He told the Jiku and Co. Even
he said, guys, we couldn't beat Niger.
These players, they can play for Dreams FC.
I need to find that.
We were reminded that thing should be echoed. We should be replaying it all the time. Come on, man. Come on. I have it up body today. On Tassi. So, Nketia, we cannot joke with that game. The Black Stars should go into that game with every intent. Now, we don't need to win 3-0. I will take a 1-0 lead and bring. If we win 1-0, we have qualified to the World Cup. That's what I will take. Now, every player, I listened to Mo Kudus where he said, Ghana must qualify to the World Cup at all costs. These are, I am quoting the young man verbatim. If we are to qualify to the World Cup, if I'm the coach, I'm done. If the one who plays with the ball a lot, when he loses the ball, he doesn't tack and win back, you can qualify at all costs. So you set the tone on the day. Set the tone on the day. When you lose it, come on, trigger the press. Everybody coordinate. No, we saw Salisu in midweek. No, are you no ko egam no nyama you be na try ni bi come. Kagami
It's okay, it's fine. It's fine.
Say player nyaze dem defender na say or use them you can one kremu. San kremu we be na di twaso na ademu be radio so meant to make
fair point.
Why twa no mo twa ni bi come twasot keto so liake ni bi. What is that? Charlie,
you know they've not been playing him actually. I think they played him because they needed to rotate their squad.
Yes, he's not been on top form. Otuado cannot go into this game and not pick his best team. We don't want a situation where against Child.
No, don't do this.
Why young Kola? Child, look me put up.
Child then.
No, young Kola no Bobona.
At the end, Central African Republic and Comoros, Child.
I listen to what I don't want them to repeat that performance against Child. Omo young Kola. Obiachan. Child Obiachan. Everybody. You know we are the only team not to have beaten them. We are the only team not to have taken 6 points from them.
Because we did
They
that 1 point. Now 1 point came
came
against
for the
Ghana.
last time. What are you?
So you guys are saying we dash them points.
I'm telling you honestly.
Coach, you have to be fair. It's Chad. If you say Chad, that's a country.
Look, I know
It's a double entendre.
Yes, I know it's when you say your friend with Chad, the football, child.
Thank you.
That's the point I'm making.
Point well made. Make
So
progress.
we don't want to see a repetition of that performance. So go with the strongest 11 and get them to understand that. Look, you remember what these guys nearly did to us in Kumasi? Don't give them any chance. Impose yourself from the beginning. Finish. I remember when we were to qualify to the World Cup the first time.
Yeah.
You see, when we beat, is it Burkina Faso? So we thought we had qualified. Then the news came that we have to go and beat Lesotho before we qualify for 206. The players are nearly Lesotho. Do you know what Stevie Appiah told them? In 20 minutes, we should qualify to the World Cup. But I got to 20 minutes, the Lesotho I made you 3-0 in 20 minutes. That game, if my memory serves, ended 4-0. But the game was finished in the first 20 minutes. Quick. Don't go and be scratching your Lord is my Baba and not giving definite instruction on what they should be doing. We don't want that. When things are not going well, listen to your assistant. Desmond, when he comes closer, don't push him away. Don't do. I mean, that's what we saw. Don't be doing that.
Tezic.
See, you are the head coach. But you cannot claim to have absolute knowledge of what is going on. Nobody does that. Get the job done, and on the 12th, the Accra Sports Stadium will rock
for you.
America, here we come. The thing has now been restored from 3 months to 5 years. Man, you all like
You mean it has been restored?
It has been restored.
Thank you.
The proper thing is 5 years.
Thank you.
While any Donald Trump, he slept on his left ear. Then 3 months, Donald Trump changed the left to right. It took him some few months. But eventually, he's 10, he said, no, that 3 months should be restored to 5 years. No, hey, 5 years. I've been out to Adonyekawaya. Faleke wonya, faleke wonya. Fane komito le. E shawo kabase. E ke wonya America ton. Unse epono. Say,
I know they like Canada.
Them 2 places in
Mexico.
Them 2 places in Canada and America. Nanyin.
Guadalajara.
They know. Ontario num, Calgary num,
Yeah, Edmonton
num, Philadelphia num, Ohio num, Tennessee num.
Jalisco State is waiting for you.
They give me Jalisco helicopter.
Jalisco, Chihuahua, Sinaloa.
Tijuana. Look, compared to Philadelphia.
Don't do this.
Just compare the you see, if you break it into syllables.
Me, I want to go to Cancun. I don't know about
you
you.
are free to go. You are free to go. Those of us who want to go to America and Canada too, we are there. God will bless Donald Trump for restoring the thing to 5 years. So to have the one qualify on the 12th at Accra Sports is party time.
It's party time.
You mean it should not be a game of stress?
It should be like a coronation. You said you'll be sacked after the tournament, after the qualification. We are champion that we sack you because you are not up to it.
We should not take him to the World Cup.
Oh, crap. Me, have here, Jay. What's he going to do there with this coaching?
But coach, that's what's probably going to happen. He's probably going to go to the World Cup with us.
Then we are just going to be counted.
But that's what we are going to do.
We are going to be part. But we cannot go and just be part.
Fair.
There has to be an impact. Please, how many teams? 64 teams, isn't it?
No, 48.
48 teams.
It may be.
A BSL roll is highly diluted.
After me cry, we be crying to me and qualify.
It's highly diluted, so we should be able to say true. It's very porous. It's a porous tournament. The memory are permeable, not semi-permeable. They are permeable memories. It's so true. So anybody who stands in our way, when you listen, I can 2 games. About Central African Republic, we are no about Comoros. You better not say. Bema baby, one baby, yeah, that was it. Yakweje, better coach come and let's no. No mania blawo. What be normal?
Thank you. Yeah. What are you looking out for with this team and these qualifiers?
These qualifiers, this team, the call-ups have already been made, and so you pretty much can't change anything unless there is knock on wood an injury. Which none of us wants to any of the players, but it happens. It's part of football. So if there's an injury, that's when some changes will be made. But aside that, there's nothing that can be done about it because the list has already been named. And I would have wished Brandon Thomas Asante was part of the list. Looking at how he started playing in the 2025-2026 season, I mean, if you have 8 goals. If you play,
I made a mistake. I think the game that we whipped the people during this, it was
Quebec, yes, Quebec.
Within 20 minutes,
Yes.
I've been almost 3-0.
Yeah. If you've played,
I cannot go on the 8th. Moka show a game. God don't show post on the comedy or 20.
if you've played 8 games in the championship for Coventry City and you have 3 goals and 3 assists, that's pretty much 6 goal involvement. And you still can't make it to this team. For me, that's a bit of a disappointment because even when he wasn't on form, he was getting called up. He was getting called up to the national team. Now that he's on form and he's performing well, he's not getting called up to the national team. And that for me is a bit baffling. This
is a pattern I've noticed before, so no surprise.
Yeah, exactly. No. Yeah, that for me is a bit baffling. And it should stop. Because like you said, it's a pattern, but it's not a good pattern, and I believe that it should stop. What I'm looking forward to, for starters, there should be a serious competition for the starting position in that left full back side. Because now Ibn Zanan is back in the team. He missed out on the last call-up. I think he was injured. So he didn't play in our games against, or he wasn't called up for our games against Chad and Mali. Yeah. So the last international window. But now he's back, and he's back in the team.
Yep.
And so I would really want to have or see a serious competition in training for that left full back position, the starting position in that setup. That it's been a while. Gideon Mensah has been flat out average at best, and most of the time he's underperformed. And so I would really love to see a serious competition in there. And one of the main reasons why he hasn't been able to deliver consistently well is because of the lack of competition in that position. Because you look at Derek Atakon, for instance, all the politics that surrounded his call-up, and practically meant that Gideon Mensah was the only left full back in that position.
The irony of the Arthur Conte situation is that he's actually a very good player. Like
Very,
I've
very
actually
good
watched him play a few times. He's
very, very
he has
good player.
everything we don't have currently in our left back.
And I want to make that same point too for Brandon Thomas Asante. I don't think we have a striker that combines all his traits in one place.
Yes, that guy. Why are they not calling
I don't
him?
think we have a striker who combines all his traits in one place. It's very surprising that he can't get into the team.
And so when I look at that, all those instances, he didn't have enough competition. So he could virtually coast throughout the games and still play minutes as a starter, significant minutes as a starter. So for me, what I'm looking forward to is to have a serious competition for that starting left full back slot, because you look at in recent years the quote-unquote alternatives that we've had beyond Gideon Mensah haven't been too convincing, and he's walked into that setup knowing fully confident that I'm fully well that I'm going to be the starting left full back in that position. And so for me, that's what I'm looking forward to. And I'm also looking forward to Ghana beating Central African Republic and pretty much making that game against Comoros a coronation, more or less, of all the efforts that the guys have put in the qualifiers, and being able to get to the 2026 FIFA World Cup and pretty much make it like a party atmosphere, have a lot of artists pass through, entertain each and every fan who goes to the stadium, because we will need it. Because we've had a lot of heart-in-mouth moments looking at how Ghana have played under Coach Otuado. It hasn't been convincing. And yes, I'm one of those folks who honestly believe that once the qualifiers are done, and I believe that he will be able to qualify Ghana to the World Cup, we should really have a serious conversation about who leads Ghana to that next level, to that World Cup. Because yes, phase one will be done, but the next phase, it will really demand a lot of critical questions and critical answers, especially when we won't go to the AFCON. We won't go to the AFCON where he will have the opportunity to redeem himself. If we are qualified to the AFCON and maybe the performances weren't good, as we've seen so far in these qualifiers, then the AFCON would have given him the opportunity or the platform to be able to more or less silence some doubters. But he didn't even qualify, and he was one of the main reasons why we didn't qualify to the AFCON. And so he doesn't have that kind of opportunity to redeem himself. And per what he's done so far, or what he's shown so far in the qualifiers, it leaves much much room for improvement. And for me, I'm one of those guys that is in that corner of we should really have a serious conversation about who leads Ghana to the World Cup after we've qualified to the World Cup. Because for me, I believe that yes, we'll qualify to the World Cup. We'll beat Central African Republic and pretty much make it a party atmosphere, party mood.
I hope so.
On October 12th, for us to be able to enjoy the show.
Just let me say this: if we beat Central African Republic, we use that game, less pressure, to remind Comoros that they've misbehaved a lot
in the past.
They've misbehaved.
Emphasis on a lot.
By beating us a lot.
Twice.
In the past, twice.
Hopefully we can do it.
So that we can teach them some soccer. And if this Semenyo, Joseph Pencil, Thomas Partey are playing for fun, you can imagine.
Coach, I hope so. But you see, I want to say that the Ghanaian knows that we'll probably qualify for the World Cup, but it also knows that we like to make things difficult before we eventually we like to complicate things for ourselves. So I just hope we won't come down to it. Let me take your thoughts on the team. Thank you very much.
Now, and in building the point from where you ended, I feel we've been bad at appointing of technical team. It's an area after Kwesi Appiah we have no placed much concentration on, and that kind of appointment it has a bit of that negative picture it is painted on our players. I watched the squad list for Chad and Mali. Ghana, Chad v Ghana, Ghana v Mali. I don't see a lot of changes when you compare that list, apart from the new guys we normally introduce and don't really use, but for a specific or one example that stands out in Sibo's situation, because then we are called for a proper midfielder who can progress the ball and help Partey do his magic. Why we brought Sibo into the picture?
Even his is an outlier, has an asterisk to it because
someone got
Ibrahim Suleimana got injured.
That's why he
and,
well,
and that's how come.
Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Sibo wasn't even going to be picked.
So the brain has been the tactical, the brain behind what the players should orchestrate on the pitch of play, and it is that missing jinx that we have been battling with for a second.
So Otto is not good.
Otto is not having any time to prove anything. Get us to play Central African Republic. The boys want to qualify for the World Cup. Just like they made him look like a good coach in Abuja. The boys will make Otto look like Otto knows he's not gotten to the Black Star level yet. He knows, and there's no dent on his image.
Otto Terzic.
Otto knows. And I feel that Otto should be very proud of Keto Kreku because he gave him a dream job. Look, Ben, I know coaches.
You mean he's his destiny helper? Okreku is Otto Addo's destiny helper.
100%.
Thank you.
Look, until Kofi Adam came, until Kofi Adam, Otto Addo will win one match beer or the $20,000. Busome was signed $50,000. In 2 games, all the 40,000 plus 50, $90,000.
That's mind-boggling. That's mind-boggling. That breaks down the brain and its ability he breaks down the brain and its ability to put thoughts together.
So because we are saying that Kotokoku should change his nickname from Game Changer to Destiny Changer.
I don't commit that name. Destiny Changer Kent. So Kent has changed destiny.
Destiny Changer Kent. Ben,
including that kid's guy who has been telling people take time. He can't even say take time. Say hey you. What's his name? The guy who was going to take a selfie with son. When he sees you getting close, he say hey take time. No, I'm on video. Take time. That guy, what's his name? He gets on. This one, I'm telling him to take time.
Destiny Changer Keto Kreku.
They've changed his
destiny. Kid officer, $8,000 per match, and catch your say take time. Look,
let's make progress.
Look, Ben.
Let's make progress.
I know coaches, people who have had, it's very difficult to get that UEFA licensing to be a coach. It's super difficult. It's expensive. I know coaches who have that certificate sitting, and I tell you this on authority. Former Chelsea players who become coaches, who want to coach the Ghana national team. But for certain discussions, I'm unable to show you things like, should I say this? Document to the effect which speaks that they want this job. And if I didn't say it well, and they might be, this show is international. They should forgive. But in the context of this particular discussion, I need to put that out. And these guys I speak of are they are better than Otto Addo. And if Otto thinks I'm being too hard on him tonight, I feel he should prove me wrong. The only thing a coach has gotten at his disposal is to go into games and prove people wrong. It tells that indeed you are a good coach. You have a hidden character in you that is not shown yet, and given the opportunity at higher criticisms, you're able to put that out, and it makes you stand out. Ben, I'm saying that Otto Addo has gotten 2 jobs to do. Great, he names the squad. There's nothing new about it. If I read the squad of C.A.R in the past, when he had opportunity to be the Black Stars coach, and now these are
the best players in the country.
In the country, we've gotten. This is a country we don't lack talent. They are backups. So the moment Partey is out and he's injured, we can go and bring a certain Sibo, pair him with Elisha Owusu, and the magic will work. If there's a better coach at the dugout, it should work, and it will work. Look, in summing up, Otto Addo has gotten the Central African Republic and Comoros to qualify us for the World Cup or into the World Cup. The players want to be at the World Cup. The players are going to play their heart out just like they did at the Accra Sports Stadium, even though the result was not super. But I feel the guys are going to qualify us to the World Cup. When they are done qualifying us to the World Cup, we need a proper coach that deserves that $50,000 a month.
I said that conversation, you should suspend it because you have to qualify for the World Cup first.
You qualify.
No. I'm not saying we qualify. I'm not trying to be. I'm just saying that you have 2 games to play.
Yeah, the players
on.
themselves.
See,
coach, they don't trust Otuado to take them to the World Cup.
Coach, I said I was watching this team with 5 minutes to go. They were going to the next round of the AFCON. They were up by 2-0. They threw it away. Like if you've seen things like that, 2 games, 2 games is 90 minutes. 90 minutes. It is a long time.
I like how you.
It is a very long time. See, don't let anybody gas you thinking that you have already qualified. You have not qualified.
Ben,
you have to finish.
Ben, let me finish my point. Last one.
Finish. I beg go finish.
See, I have been to the American community. I was at the embassy the last time.
The countdown.
Thank
you.
The press attaché to the U.S. embassy, Matthew Asada, the guy says he wants to have Ghana USA again.
He wants to revive the rivalry.
And this guy is
Abe. Let me tell you my personal story. In 2010, during the World Cup, I nominated Ghana, nominated studies. Look, when we were playing the US in that quarterfinal, at the JCR of my university where I was in, we had the American and the Africans, because every African in the university, every African was supporting Ghana. Number 1 year, Jama machine, Ododopo what's in Gbe.
Oh, Charlie.
Me one shika lolo. You see, and the Americans, they are not used to our Jama in our things. Look, come and see them dancing. And let me tell you my personal experience. When Kevin Prince Boateng scored that goal
from the midfield, when he played
the Jama just went up
Another level.
to a certain level. And the Americans who were trailing, they had no option than to join. And
my goodness.
They said, what to drinks? Not drinks. No, well,
Esu.
What just big screen.
Oh, Charlie.
Them cafe mafe.
Donovan.
They 1-1.
1-1.
But it's not Germano.
Same level.
Sink the man below. Say parity restore. Be up and on this smoothness level. Look, when we started the extra time, we couldn't sing. They couldn't dance.
Tension.
We all realized that, but then I don't know. Tension. Tension. And if you realize, in that game, the first half of extra time, and Samoa Jan, look, and when Jan scored that goal,
is it the goal where he had to fight off the contact
that was
and then the half volley?
When he scored that goal,
that goal.
That's probably the best goal I've ever seen him score.
Omuti footballers. Look, our degree of jubilation and the Jamano. Look, yet to Jamano from the time the ball went into the net
to the end of the game.
To the end of the game. And after the game, we were requesting for more drinks.
They brought the drinks.
The drinks.
My goodness.
God damn it. God damn it. Look.
Celebration right there.
Democromy. Yeah, Bobo was South Africa. She need jam nyai. That's a net.
Uncle Sam himself.
The guys, they're saying that we're beating them 2-1.
Yeah.
And they've beaten us same.
Yeah,
so it's 2-1.
So we need to settle it.
It's 2-1. It's 2-1 for them. So they need to bring the team to 2-2. That's why they need us there.
See, the host says they need you there.
Yeah.
Don't spoil it.
So we're not going to Mexico.
Man,
don't. When are you all? When are Mexico?
Pray they don't put you in a
Nobody will do that.
There will be weeping and gnashing of teeth.